Grand Risings, my little cherubs. Hope this finds you well. Welcome to my channel, Red Fire Flags. I know it's been a while, um, but I'm feeling so much better and so much more like myself. So I'm just catching up on life. Anyway, I have got a reading for you. It's a collective reading today, and I'm picking up strong divine energy. Now that's divine masculine, divine feminine. Take it and apply it as you will. We've got both energies. And if you're doing it right, you will resonate with both energies. It's just that simple. Like equal balance, yin yang, all that good stuff. Anyway, I'm going to jump straight in just after I do some housekeeping, if I can remember the housekeeping. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. I'm also not monetized here either. So if you do want to leave a donation for the channel, please feel free. It all goes towards buying cards or the upkeep of the channel. And so I'm always grateful for that. Thank you to the guys who donate. I'm so grateful. And so, yes, I think that's about it. Oh, and if you want a personal reading, my details are in the description box below. So yeah, if this resonates with you, please leave a comment. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a comment anyway. The engagement really does help the channel. This year I'm trying to be a bit more serious about things. I know it doesn't seem like that's the case, but I really am. I'm working on a lot of new things. I'm trying to get my spiritual baths together, and all that type of thing as well. So I'll keep you all posted. I've got another channel going. So I've got a lot of things in the works and I've got loads of energy. So I'm hoping to be able to keep up with it all. And now that I've nattered on long enough, I'm hoping I've done everything. I'm going to jump straight in. Like I said, I'm picking up very strong divine energy. So whether you identify as masculine or feminine or whatever, it's irrelevant. Energy's energy. And like I said, if you're doing it the way you're supposed to be doing it, you will have both energies. You'll resonate with both energies because it'll be in balance. So I got a song while I was shuffling my cards. And the song I was getting was George Michael's Freedom. And the bit that kept coming up for me was the bit where he says, "Heaven knows I was just a young boy, didn't know what I wanted to be. I was every schoolgirl's pride and joy, and I guess it was enough for me. To win the race, a prettier face, brand new clothes, a big fat place on your rock and roll TV. But today, the way I play the game is not the same. No way. And I think I'm going to get me some happy." This energy that I was picking up on and this part of the song was just, it was just perfect. Just for lack of a better word, it was perfect. You are in the energy of valuing who you are. You're in the energy of not caring about other people's opinions. You're valuing yourself, the way you look, your journey. You are like, right now, you know that you're responsible for your own happy. And you're quite happy to bring that to yourself. You don't care about relationships. If you're in one, you're in one. If you're not, you're not. It's no fuss, you know. I was also picking up the energy of people that are really grateful. Like, this is probably a lot more feminine energy, but are really grateful they left their body alone. For whatever, however that applies to you, apply that to you. Some of you may have thought about surgery in your younger years. Some of you may have thought about surgery not too long ago. It doesn't matter. You're grateful at this point that you've left your body alone, that you didn't bother with it, because how you're seeing it right now is that you are happy in your skin. You're comfortable where you are. I was also picking up feelings of nostalgia. And it's like remembering your teens and your 20s, and for some of you, your 30s and your 40s. And it's not because you want to go back to that place. It's not because you're craving the person you used to be. It's more of an appreciation, admiration for your journey. I'm hearing, even if I could go back to being 20, I wouldn't. And it's because you understand that if you were to go back to being 20, you'd have to give up your sense of self, the work you've done, your mentality, the way that you are now. You couldn't carry all of that back with you. You'd have to go back to being 20-year-old you the way you were at 20. And so to you, that's not worth it. And you know what? To me, it's not worth it either. You're fond of your past self, though, and you are proud of your journey. You are embracing your freedom of self, your freedom of life. And you're really and truly putting a middle finger up if anybody else has got anything to say about it. You're not trying to live up to anybody else's expectations. Right about now, you are loving the freedom of your life. And that's a beautiful thing. If you're not quite there yet, guarantee it, you will be there shortly. All right. So I'm going to pick some cards. I'm going to shuffle, pick some cards, and we'll see what's going on. I'm also picking up the energy of feeling like you need to kind of move on to greener pastures. You're moving past some things. You've gone through some situations, heavy situations. It's been a lot. We've got divine timing, believe in right timing. So you've also accepted that part of the, you've accepted divine timing. A lot of people get upset when they hear divine timing, not realizing that everything is down to divine timing at the end of the day. But you're okay with that. You're okay with moments of solitude, but you've been through a lot. You've been through some situations, some trials and some tribulations. Life has thrown you a few curveballs. We've got travel, experience new things. So here, what I'm seeing here is a lot of you are looking to, instead of spending money on items like, I don't know, jewelry and stuff like that, because some of you have got you like the finer things in life. But instead of spending money on items, clothing or shoes or, I don't know, a new TV or whatever it is that takes your fancy, you're going to be spending that on experiences. You're looking to grow your horizons. You've grown spiritually. Like, this is energy that spent a lot of time getting over certain things. Whether you were getting over previous broken hearts, whether you were getting over family or childhood traumas, whether you were getting over things that have happened to you on the journey and like this whole journey of life. You've been through the nitty gritty of it. It's like you've seen your wounds, your pain, your traumas, and you've seen them a bit like physical wounds where you've had to go in, like dig around a bit, clean it out, rinse it with some salt water and stuff so that it can be clean and ready to heal. And you've done the hard work. You are in this space that is just amazing. I'm so glad I came on tonight to do this reading. This energy is so powerful. You're looking for new experiences. You're looking to move on to greener pastures. Some of you may even want to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. I'm seeing a big mountain. Some of you may want to take on some huge tasks, and Spirit is supporting you in that. We've got hurting, agonizing pain. And I do feel like this is where you used to be. I feel like your emotions, this is a very strong empathic energy. This is very strong spiritual energy that I'm picking up on. And I feel like when you were unjustly hurt, or even just hurt in general, like you were very sensitive. And I feel like the pain that you felt was immense. And the betrayals that people had brought to you, that really stuck with you for a bit. And I feel like you have come out of that energy. You've moved away from that energy. Some of you are still in the energy of being in solitude. I'm picking up the Hermit. But you're not in that agonizing pain anymore. You're not in that time. You've moved past that. hole in a growth, so you can't make it up. You've done some work on yourself. Like some of you have done meditation and stuff like that, and some of you can't meditate, but you found other ways to do it. Everybody meditates in a different way. You know, some people sit down with their legs crossed. Some people lie down with their arms crossed on their chest. Some people just sit back and have a little think. Some people wash the dishes. Some people colouring books. It's just what is right for you. Do you get it? Notifications, confirmation. It's just what's right for you. But you have found whatever it is that you can do to bring yourself some inner peace. But you've done some hefty growing. My goodness. If you were to buck up on some of those people in your past, they wouldn't even recognise your energy. They wouldn't even recognise who you are. You also understand the meaning of unconditional love as well. Like, a lot of people get confused with unconditional love. A lot of people think that loving somebody unconditionally, or loving it unconditionally in general, means accepting everything unconditionally, like taking them at their warts and their faults and just dealing with it all. But that doesn't. Loving somebody unconditionally doesn't mean you have to unconditionally accept all their fuck shit. It just doesn't. You can love somebody unconditional from the other side of the world. You can love somebody unconditionally and never ever speak to them again. That just because you love unconditionally, it doesn't mean you have to accept everything unconditionally as well. So you don't have to accept their bad habits, the way that they're treating you. Loving somebody doesn't mean you have to stay with them or stay around. You fully understand that concept now. You fully get that. You are in an amazing space. This year for you is catch up. And what I mean by that is not catch up like, oh, I've got a lot to catch up on. It's catch up on your beauty. It's catch up on your spiritual growth. It's catch up where you're concerned. Like, I'm catching up to me. The old me, I'm grateful for. The old me, I'm happy that she was there. I'm happy she was who she was. But I'm in a new space now. I've been reborn many times. I've grown many times. But this is different. This is me catching up to the me that I was always kind of meant to be, if that makes any sense. And we all get there when we're meant to get there. There's no rush. There's no specific time. You get there when you're meant to get there. We've got third-party interference. So you may have had a lot of third-party situations. You may have had people that have, and I'm not getting mainly like affairs and stuff like that. I'm getting people that come in and, you know, like when someone comes in, you're cooking in the kitchen, you've got a pot of soup on, and you've salted it, you've put some seasonings in, you've put some herbs in, you've done your bits, your bobs. But then someone comes in behind you, and before they've even put like a spoon in to taste it, they're adding salt. And then an hour later, your mother-in-law comes in and she's adding salt. By the time everyone's added fucking salt, it's now useless and no good. And I feel like this is where that third-party energy is coming from. I feel like this is other people's opinions, other people's ideas, other people's wants. I feel like for a lot of you, you may have been in a traditional family where I'm hearing pharmacy, so a few of you may have been encouraged to become pharmacists. And you might be finding that this isn't the path you wanted. This isn't where you needed to be. So you are now moving away from all of that. You're finding yourself. So this is the third party. This is the type of third party energy that I'm picking up on. It isn't necessarily affairs. I mean, it might be for a couple of you, but that's not what I'm picking up on as the strongest energy where that card is concerned. It's other people's meddling, you know? And as my cup says, you are naturally unbothered at the moment. Your finances may not be the best. Because they're not. Okay. You're looking at things you can do within your budget. You know that you can have a great time just chilling on a rug in the park. But that's not your goal. You don't have to do that. There are other things you can do that don't cost any money and that are amazing experiences. And you're looking into a lot of that. We have got safety and comfort. I do feel like for a couple of you, the agonising, painful situations that you may have been coming out of may have had something to do with DV. And I feel like whether this was emotional or physical, whether this was mental, it was quite abusive. And you're finally in this energy where you feel safe. It's been a while. For a few of you, it's been a few years. But you finally feel safe. You're finally comfortable where you are. A few of you haven't even moved. It's just the energy of the place that's changed. It's the energy of your surroundings. It's you. You're a lot stronger in yourself, in your being. You're also understanding that real strength isn't like raw and brute force. You're understanding that real strength is inner strength. It's like a courage. It's a silent courage that you don't have to, like a lion doesn't have to roar to tell everyone it's a lion. We've got marriage, sacred union. This is more to do with self. This energy that I'm picking up here is more to you. Like you've come into union with yourself. You've understood that the real union is between you and your masculine. Like the real Holy Trinity is you. Your masculine energy, your feminine energy. Or in reality, it's the three crones. But for this particular reading, your feminine energy and your masculine energy is in complete balance at the moment. And so that sacred union is between you, your higher selves. You've realised the only person you were looking for in all of this was yourself. Some of you may still be struggling a little bit with insecurities or other people's ideas of you and your self-esteem. But I feel like you are also healing and releasing that. You are also healing and releasing that. You're also getting to grips with the image of self. Because for the most part, like I was picking up in the beginning, you are absolutely fine with yourself. You're accepting you for who you are. You're grateful that you didn't like trouble yourself like in a way of cosmetics or surgery. I should have just said surgery, really. But you're healing and releasing the jaded image of yourself that you may have, whether that's from your mother or your father, whether that's from some sort of childhood experience. But there was something that happened that jaded the way you saw yourself. And I feel like you're healing and releasing that. You're in this energy, in this space where it's like you're apologizing to yourself for not hearing yourself, for not seeing yourself, for not kind of knowing who you are. We've got renewed hope. It says new love. And this new love is the new love of self. Like, I can't believe I've come on this evening, this early hours in the morning, and this is the energy that I'm picking up on. Like, I'm so happy that this is the energy that everyone's in at the moment, or that my collective's in at the minute. Because in previous readings, it was a lot of drama, a lot of people still around, a lot of unexpected visitors, a lot of weird stuff. And now it's like this, it's like a complete 180 or I'm sure it's a 180 turn, or a complete turnover. You're in a different space altogether. You could care less where everyone else is. You're not even worried about that. You're looking for honesty and truth. You're in this energy of wanting equal give and take. So you're not closed off to people, to relationships, or to experiences or situations. In fact, you're pretty open to it, but you're not willing to be open to anything or anyone that isn't on an equal give and take or isn't aligned with the direction that you're going in. This is good. This is boundaries. This is healthy. We've got honesty and truth. You're setting healthy boundaries, and you're not willing to let anybody cross those boundaries. You're not willing to cross them yourself. And that's miraculous. It's amazing. The amount of times that we set boundaries for other people and we won't want those people to test those boundaries, but we don't keep them ourselves. We step over our own boundaries all the time. You're realizing the importance of keeping your boundaries with yourself and with others. And the stronger you can keep them with yourself is the stronger you keep them with other people. Do you get what I mean? We've got dating, meeting someone new. So for a few of you, you are stepping, you are wanting to go outside, you are wanting to get out and about again, you are wanting to meet somebody new, you are wanting to like go out for dinners and have experiences and have that interaction, that romantic interaction. And do you know what? If that's what you want, if that's what you are, if that's what you are after, that's coming in your direction. I got thrown off because it's going to come in like a shock. We've got unexpected all of a sudden, like a lightning bolt. This to me is like a sort of tower moment. And love can come in like a tower moment. So a lot of people are scared of the tower card for some reason, but I think it's an amazing card. This is going to hit you all of a sudden. I feel like there's going to be good spicy time. You are definitely going to be having some romantic feelings. Okay. And you know what? This might still, even though you've done a lot of work on yourself, even though you've moved healthily through your traumas and stuff, and you might not have felt like it was healthy because a few of you may have self-medicated along the way. But listen, we get there how we get there. All right. And it has been as healthy as it can be for you specifically. Do not look at your journey and measure it next to fucking Charlene's from around the corner or around the way, because it's just not the same. All right. So you may still have like the odd fear that might creep in with this particular connection, because like I said, it comes in unexpected, which means it's a shock and it's quite powerful, probably knocks you off your feet. The connection physically is absolutely off the chain. This feels like a divine connection. Okay, I don't really subscribe to the whole twin flame title. I think it's just an excuse for some people to kind of make excuses for people that have got really bad toxic habits. That's just my personal opinion, and I'm sure you didn't come here for that. But this feels like a divine connection. This feels like something that is definitely moving in a spiritual direction. You are looking for somebody that is on your wavelength, that is on your page. And I feel like this connection that's coming in is going to be that. It's going to cause you to have to compromise and make some changes. All right. And we've also got divine masculine coming out on the back of that. So this is definitely a divine connection. It's just going to cause you to have to make some changes. Do not compromise who you are. But there are going to have to be some things that you do compromise on. And the reason for that is because you spend quite a lot of time on your own. And no one's saying give up who you are or be uncomfortable. That is not what I'm saying in any way, shape or form. But sometimes you have to make changes to be able to accept somebody into our life if that's what we want. Now, some of you don't want that. And that's fine. You can keep it moving. You don't have to. But that's not going to come without its woes, all right? Because whoever it was that was in the past that I used to pick up on a little while ago will pick up on the energy of you moving on. Whether they can physically see you or not, it is irrelevant. Like, imagine every connection we have is like, do you remember when you were a kid and you used to get this, and you might not do that, but we did that when we were kids. You get 2 cans or 2 plastic cups, but it was normally 2 baked bean tins, and you'd put a hole in the bottom, get a bit of string, knot it, thread it through, and then you'd do the same with the other can, thread it through, knot it, and then you've got 2 cans on the end of a string, on 2 ends of a bit of string, and you take it round the corner and you talk through it. The other person listens, and the sound travels down the string. You can get to hear like what the person's saying. It's like a little muffled situation. Imagine every connection like that, or like a telephone wire, where it's kind of like, and it, you know, everything travels down the telephone wire. Whether or not you're in communication with this person, or you see this person or not, when you're connected to somebody, whether it was a good connection or a bad connection, there is still energy that passes up and down that line, unless you can cut the ties, unless you can actually sever the cords. Sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. Sometimes cutting cords isn't actually possible. No one really tells you that. Sometimes you've just got to really fucking work it yourself, and that's it. But this person will be trying to come forward, all right, with the I miss yous, with the I'm thinking of yous. But it's not that. But you already know that. I don't need to tell you that. You are setting up a new home, new foundation. All right. And so I'm going to wrap this up. Okay. I'm going to pull a couple more cards, but I'm going to wrap it up. Yeah, that past situation is done and dusted. It's no second chances. You are done. The breakup was forever. It's over. Okay. A few of you have broken up with some friends, or severed ties you had with friends and stuff like that. There will be no more rekindling of anything. We've just come out of a Mercury retrograde. And so, yeah, what wasn't sorted out or dealt with or anything like that, it's a done deal. You're not revisiting anything. You're in the energy of freedom. You want to spread your wings. You want to go outside. You want to live your life. You want to go out with friends. You want to have experiences. You want to be able to you want to be able to just live with no apologies, I'm hearing. So yeah, listen. What else have we got? And again, compromise came up. So yeah, you might have to compromise. And by that, you might just have to compromise a bit of draw space, to be fair. I doubt you'd have to compromise anything to do with your personality. Right, we're going to wrap it up now, because Spirit's not saying anything more. Just got to repeat. There's more repeats of cards, and I'm just not going to read more cards I've already read. So I'm going to close it down a little bit now, and I'm going to tell you that you are in amazing energy right now. If you're not quite there yet, you can feel something coming on the horizon. You can kind of know. If you're not at that space, then it might be a little while before you get there. Doesn't mean you're not going to. This might be future energy for you. This is a timeless reading. But for the most part, you are in this energy of freedom. You are in this energy of embracing who you are, of loving who you are in the moment that you are in, and accepting yourself for who you are, whether you've got like fucking wrinkles or not, whether you've got big boobs, small boobs, whether you're a man and you're tall or you're short, whether you're bald or not. You're just accepting who you are as who you are. And if whoever else can't accept it either, then it is what it is, because the physical side of things, it just is what it is. The rest of you, like personality wise and stuff like that, you can evolve, you can grow, you can change. And so you've been doing a lot of work on yourself. Congratulations, collective. I'm really happy to be in this energy. I hope this resonates with you. Please drop a like. Also a comment as well. Please engage. It does mean a lot to the channel. And like I said, I'm trying to be a little bit more with it. So yeah, you guys have an amazing night. Leave a comment. Take care of yourselves.